Want to welcome the Queen of Metal, Lita Ford, to the Heard on the X radio show. How you doing, Lita?
I'm doing great.
We just got done seeing your performance here at the Menage Hotel.
Yep.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
And you stayed in with Ronnie.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome.
Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, Rock Candy, Bad Motor Scooter, and Good Rockin' Tonight. Those are three of my favorite all-time songs. I listened to those when I was a little girl. So it was a real honor to be able to play with Ronnie Montrose.
You're like the hardest working person at NAMM, I think. I mean, you're performing, you're doing autographs, you're obviously, we're interrupting a photo shoot for you here right now. What all is, you got a lot of stuff going on right now. Tell us some stuff you have going on.
Yeah. Well, I'm getting ready to do a new record. We're writing for it at the moment, and hopefully we'll have some shows this summer. We have some booked, but we're waiting for the record to come out. So I'm hoping to have a spring record and a summer tour. I would like to write a book. Books are the thing these days, They seem like they really are.
I would love to read a Lita Ford book. I really would.
Well, I have a lot to tell, and I don't want to tell about drug use or being gay or anything like that. I want to talk about the music, and I want to talk about the dreams I have and I've had, and being a woman in a man's world in rock and roll. That's what I want to talk about. And I think it would be very inspirational to a lot of women, a lot of men as well.
I think you're inspirational, and I don't know if you take on this mantle like you should, or I don't know if people give you that mantle like they should. But anybody who's a rock historian realizes that you started this when you were a baby. You were a young person, a female in a man's dominated world when you were playing with the Runaways.
Right.
I mean, 75, right?
We started in 1975 and broke up in 1980.
And you were 16?
I was the oldest in the band, and I was 17.
17. I mean, so you have lived 4 decades of rock and roll life.
Yes, I have.
Starting very, very young. I mean, and then you owned the 80s. And then you took a kind of self-imposed break, right, for a little while?
Yeah, I did, and also the music industry changed. I got married, I got pregnant. I got bored.
Yeah.
I did it from the time I was 17 until the time I was 34 years old. And by the time I was 34, I thought, it's okay to go away for a while. And when I'm ready to come back, I'll come back. And because the music industry had changed, it was good timing for me to disappear for a while. And now that I'm back, people are going, "Oh, there you are! Where have you been? We've missed you." So I'm being welcomed with open arms, and it's wonderful.
And so you should be. Let's talk about the music industry changing, because it's my mantra on the show.
Yeah.
What is your take on the change? Because it's still changing. It's a very different industry, certainly than it was in 75, but definitely than it was in the 80s. What's your take on it?
Well, I think it's constantly changing, like fashion, like clothes, like a hairstyle, like music. It's the same thing. It constantly changes. When I started, there was the punk era, with the Sex Pistols and the Ramones and Blondie, and then it went from the punk era, it went to heavy metal, where you had Motley Crue and Rat. Poison came out, the glam,
right, more of the hair metal kind of stuff.
Yeah, the hair metal, and then it started to turn into the grunge. Rock and roll, where you had Nirvana and Pearl Jam, and then they took on a whole different thing, and then it turned into rap. But now it seems like melodic hard rock seems to be coming back, because even artists like Rihanna, when she sang that song with Eminem, it's a rap song, but it has a melodic chorus. So it's starting to come back in a slow way.
A lot of rap acts, too, I noticed, when they're performing live, actually have a band behind them now, too. Which, who knows why they're doing it. It could just be, but at least I agree with you. It seems like things are turning again. And it seemed like there was a dark time for the industry, to be honest with you. That's the way I feel. And it just seems like we might be coming out of it now. Let's hope. Let's hope.
Well, I mean, we have a lot of things to show for what we've done. I mean, we have all the hard rock hotels and the hard rock cafes. Those came from us.
That's true.
Radio shows like That Metal Show, the VH1 Classic shows. That came from us. And so we have a lot to show now. Whereas in the grunge days, they didn't want to know about the 80s. The 80s were a dirty word,
right.
you're a hair band.
Yeah,
It's like, yeah, I have hair. What are you, bald? You know, so it does seem like it's evolving around again. And
It does.
I think I didn't do this on purpose. I came back because I wanted to come back.
Right.
You know, not because of the timing.
Yeah, and you
But-
did what you wanted to do at the time. You wanted to take a little break for a while, and now
Yeah,
you're back.
yeah.
Which is great, and I'm sure everyone's happy. I know we're all happy you're back.
Yeah.
You're going to be playing at that Rock and Roll Fantasy Camp
Yeah,
in Atlanta. So that's pretty cool.
it's really cool. I'm really excited about that.
And there's really for the listeners that don't know, it's a camp where you can go and jam with your heroes like Lita, and there's a bunch of other artists that are on the bill.
Yeah.
And you learn to play jam, right? And then they get to jam with you at the
Yeah,
end.
yeah. Well, what I'm doing in Atlantis is there's a band put together of just normal, everyday people that are not rock and rollers. Like you might have a doctor, or you might have an accountant, or a football player, or somebody like that that wants to be in a rock band. And then you have a rock star who is the producer of the band. And my job is to go in and critique the band and say, yeah, you guys sound great, but you're singing this wrong, or you sound great, and you should not dress like that, or lose the glasses, or I don't know, something, you know, critique the band. So that's my job in the Rock and Roll Fantasy
That's
Camp.
either way, it's still cool. I just think
Yeah.
that's awesome. And then you're going to be doing an autograph signing here in Hollywood soon, right?
Yeah, I believe it's 17th, I think.
I have notes. Let me look at my notes.
Is that it?
Nope, that's it. Is it's
Oh, there it is. 12th
Hollywood
and
show,
13th.
12th and 13th. But I have the wrong date. I'm sorry about that. That shows you how organized.
I don't know either. If I don't have my calendar in front of me, I don't know what day
I
it
need
is.
her.
I need him.
Kim tells me where I go.
Rock and Roll 17th through the
17th through the 20th, and that's basically another meet and greet chance for people to get out and meet you.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
Lita, I want to thank you so much,
Thank
and
you.
I'm glad you're back.
Thank
and I want to tell everybody I'm living every metal guy's fantasy dream right now because I'm hanging with Lita Ford. Thanks for coming on Heard It on the X. Thank you so much.